Welcome to Cooking for Incels, the series where I slowly learn to cook and transform from a wizard into a Chad. In today's episode, episode 2, we are making lemon garlic herb chicken. For this recipe, you will need a knife. I'm using this instead of a kitchen knife because unfortunately I don't have a kitchen knife that is sharp enough. However, I washed this really well, so it's clean. You need a meat thermometer to make sure the chicken's at 165 degrees Fahrenheit for food safety. You need black pepper. You need basil leaves, salt, good amount, minced garlic, measuring spoons, a teaspoon and a tablespoon. You don't have to use these, but you can. Apple cider vinegar, a small mixing bowl, and lemons. Yeah, and the last thing you'll need is, of course, a dish to bake it. And over here I've got some basic cleaning supplies, just to clean up as I go along. And let's get started. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is prep the night before. So what you want to do is thaw your chicken breast, which is what we're going to be using, chicken breast. You want to thaw it the night before, covered. So we're looking at what I do is set a reminder on my phone for 8 p.m. the night before, and put that in the fridge from the freezer to thaw. And then you want to set your oven for preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Not sure what the Celsius is, but for Fahrenheit it's 350 degrees. And instead of doing the chicken first, I'm going to recommend you do this first. It's easier if your hands are dry. You know, you wash your hands, you clean them, you dry them, paper towel or a cloth towel. What you want to do is pour quite a bit of salt in there because the salt's like the base. That's where the most flavor comes in. And then some black pepper. You don't need much, just a little bit to add a little flavor. Probably about 2 teaspoons roughly is enough to do ya. And then you want to add your basil leaves. Basil leaves will add a little bit of flavor, but a lot of it's for basically decoration, so to speak. It's for it to look nice. So a lot of cooking is presentation because it's, you know, it makes the food actually taste better. It's weird, but it does. So yeah, it's I'm learning this stuff as I go along, so learn with me. And my suggestion is, I tried doing this with the whisk before, and what that did was actually stirred up the pepper and made me sneeze, so I had to start over again. I recommend hand mixing this with one hand. It makes it work better. And then you make the marinade. You want to submerge the chicken breast in water, and then add enough apple cider vinegar to raise the acidity a little bit. And this maybe seems strange, but the apple cider vinegar actually makes a lot of difference, because when I don't know how recent it is, but you add sourness to meat, it actually makes a lot of difference in the flavor of the meat. So you don't want to add like a lot. You're not pickling the meat, but you want to raise the acidity a little. You also will add roughly a 1 rounded tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic, per 2 chicken breasts, and the juice of 1 lemon per 2 chicken breasts, and of course a good amount of salt. So then let's get the baking dish. And you want to have this, you have the marinade and the chicken going for 30 minutes and a minimum. It's flash marinating, at least 30 minutes. If you can do it for an hour, it's even better. But at least 30 minutes, and I'm doing it for 30 minutes when I marinate, because, you know, this is just for beginners, because I'm a beginner, so we're going with 30 minutes, the minimum. Because I don't like to wait either, so. And here I go. In this out. Here we go. Pull this out here. Oh, what I was saying is unique cutting board too. And there's some here. Sorry, it's unprofessional, but Like I said, it's cooking for incels. We probably don't know how to cook. I don't know how to cook. So, this is a learning experience. Learn with me. So, let's see now. First things first, get the chicken out of here. And like I said, you wash your hands, so that's good. And pull the chicken breast out of here. And the stove's off, so you can do this. Stove's been off for a while. You really shouldn't put this on here, but stove's been off for a while. Then bring this over here. Take a good pinch and start rubbing it on. You want to really rub it in. It'll coat the meat completely. I'll cover the entire meat in it because that's what's going to bring the flavor out. That's what's going to make it look good. It's going to make it juicy, all that. And these seasonings, the seasoning rub, it's not, you can throw the remainder away. It's what I'm going to do. It's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about throwing stuff away because you're going to end up doing that anyways. You're going to throw away some, so you have to worry about that. And a little bit of extra is going to fall off. That's normal. And then wipe off the extra. So what I'm going to do now is, because this is remaining from the first batch I did as a presentation, I'm just going to dump this in here. Throw this over here in the sink. And I'm going to clean it up. You're going to see me clean this up. Throw this in here. Dump this down the sink. And because I'm going to basically put this on the meat, it probably doesn't matter if I wash your hands or not. Probably. However, it might matter. And because it's a good idea to establish a habit of washing your hands between meat and fruits and vegetables, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands. What you want to do is use warm water, and you want to wet your hands first, rinse off this seasoning. And you can use antibacterial soap, but honestly, dish soap also works as long as you use a good amount. Just get there. Get your hands sudsy. What you want to do is kind of do like scratching with your nails. That lets you get in here, get underneath your nails. A little tip is if you're gardening or you're going to get gunk on your nails, what you can do is get bar soap and actually scratch and dig into the bar of soap, and that will get the soap on your nails. And then you just rinse your hands under water and wash them under water, and that'll get the soap out from under your nails, and then you don't get dirt on your nails at all. So you want to do it for at least 20 seconds to a minute. At least 20 seconds, a minute's better. So just get sudsy under warm water. Wash your entire hands. You want to use every little bit of your hands. Back of your hand, your thumb, in between your fingers. Because this is food. This is raw meat. You can get really sick from it. So, rinse your hands off. Remember, this is more kind of food. You have to rinse your hands off here. Because you actually used your contaminated hands to turn the sink on. A lot of people don't know this, but actually you shouldn't touch that handle again with clean hands. You should actually grab a paper towel and grab that and use that on the handle. A lot of people don't know that, but that's what you should do. Now, here's what you do with the lemons. The first thing you need to do is roll the lemon like this. What this will do is this basically breaks the membranes inside, gives the juice more ready to come out, or readily available, and squish a little more force. I like to cut it lengthwise. It seems to work better for me. The juice is just pouring out now. Be careful with the knife because you can cut yourself very easily. This is a very sharp knife. The seeds are just coming out real easy right now. Dig it out, and this is why you want to clean under your nails, because you're digging out these seeds, and you don't want to, get dirt in here, because otherwise you're going to be eating the dirt. Not good. So, get in here, clean out these seeds. They should come out pretty easily. Get in here, clean these out, get in the seeds. Okay, that's about all of them that are going to come out easily. Now, I don't know how good this is. I'm just doing this because it gives a little more oomph, gives a little bit more lemon flavor to it. You might think it's too much lemon, and honestly, part of cooking is adjusting recipes to your individual taste. This is just what I like to do. So, there's that lemon half. As you can see, the seeds still came out a little bit. This one's bigger, this half is bigger, and this chicken breast is bigger, so let's just squeeze it on there, and some of the juice is going to rub up and run off. That's perfectly fine. Squeeze it really hard. Okay, get these seeds off, because you don't want seeds on your meat. Then, with this one, see it's got these ends. You're going to cut just right on the ends, cut the ends right off, a little bit further in. There we go. Cut the ends off. To expose the flesh a little bit, just for presentation. Then what you're going to do is cut as thin slices as you can. Cut really thin slices. Be very slow with this because you can very easily cut your hand. It's better to go slow and careful. Do a rush job. End up needing stitches. So, just put this here. A little seed poking out. Careful, you're gonna have seeds coming every so often. So you have to just be mindful of that. Put this here. Put this here. Hit little seeds popping out. There's that. There's this. There's this. Now, I'm going to wash my hands real quick because I'm going to show you what this looks like. But you don't have to. You can just put it in like this. I'm going to wash my hands real quick so I can take the camera off and show you what this looks like. So one moment. Remember, you want to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. 20 seconds to a minute is what you want to look for. Remember, warm water. Get under the nails. Get the heels of your hand. Get the backs of your hand. In between your fingers. Around your thumb. Each finger. And get every little bit. The germs will hide everywhere. Yeah, they used to, actually, little secret, when I worked at a Burger King, they'd get upset with me because I'd wash my hands really thoroughly, and I'd wash my hands often, and they'd actually get upset because I was taking so long. Was like, because you need a while to actually, wash your hands really well. Because you have to really get into every little piece. Every little crevice. And there are a lot of crevices in the hand, believe it or not. You get under the nails, in between each finger really well. The back of the hand, the heel of the hand. There's a lot to get. There's a lot to get. In here, Okay. So I don't know how long it's been. I'm gonna do another 10 seconds. Count with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, rinse my hands now. Remember, get a paper towel, dry your hands, use the paper towel to turn off the sink. Then we get this here, and we get the camera to show you what this looks like. Put the lemon slices on each piece of chicken. So it looks like this. Now, you put this on either the bottom or the top rack. It takes 25 to 30 minutes at 350 degrees. So, what you want to do is just put this in there, 350 degrees, in there, clean up. Remember to clean up as you go. So, this and this will go in the fridge. The door, and these go in my spice cabinet, or your spice cabinet, your spice rack, wherever you keep your spices. Heat thermometer will go in here too. That's just where I keep it. Wherever you keep it, that's where you want to keep it. Put this in there to sink, and now these will go in the dishwasher, but this is just to rinse them off. Knife is not going to sink right away. It's right here next to the sink. I tell you to do that separate because you don't put a blade right there under the soapy water, because that's very easily for you to get cut on. Then you take this, keep it level so nothing spills on the floor. Goes right over here into the garbage can. Over here into the garbage can. Be careful, these are rolling off. And then, right here, like this, and because I didn't cut the meat in there, I don't have to worry so much about germ contamination. But if I had put meat on there, I'd have to wash my hands immediately. And then, like I said, clean up as you go. Wipe it on the stove with this little wipe. You can use Clorox. You can use Lysol. I'm using an off-brand because I can't afford the two. I'm poor. The trade secret, I'm poor. Wipe down everything because it's easier to do it while it's wet and clean and wet and instead of when it's dry caked on. I had this pre-prepared. So let me get in here. Get the, oh, see, right here, little spots. Get another cloth. See, you're seeing me do this so you can remember to do it too. Because I'm teaching myself to do this. Believe it or not, I'm teaching myself as I teach you. There we go. This away. Get this out. Get this out. Put the oven mitt on. Use this. Because I can't afford 2 oven mitts. Put this out. Now I did reduce a little bit because it dried out a bit. That's normal. So the juices come out. And here's what it looks like when it's cooked. As you can see, it doesn't look half bad. Let me see if I can do this better. Sorry, not used to the camera yet. Sorry, there's a camera. That's what it looks like when it's cooked. And that's how you would present it, because that's just what it would look like. It would just be more. It would just look good on a plate. You can serve it with green beans, potatoes, whatever you want to serve it with, and you can take the lemon off. You can see the basil still on. So, yeah, that's makes it a little bit more presentable because it's a little bit more colorful. So, that's lemon garlic herb chicken. And, oh yeah, as far as why there's no minced garlic on there, you want to scrape that off because otherwise there's a big piece of garlic. And I used to think that would taste good until I tried it, and honestly, a big chunk of garlic doesn't taste that good. So, remember that. So, hope you enjoyed watching. I know this video is long, but I tried, and if you watched all the way through, I really appreciate it. So, like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.